Ray, is it okay if I get up and dance? Well, let's get up and get turquoise.
They didn't need a judge. Tapia got him out of there in 2 rounds.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico, everybody. And in the ring, you see Arturo Estrada, a young man that you might be very familiar with, and he has an experience with an individual who is world champion. Johnny Tapia fought this young man in his second comeback fight, and you saw him down at the convention center at the Key Auditorium.
Yes, it was, Henry. It seems like yesterday. And that fight was televised on Prime Network nationally, and it served attention that, you know, Johnny is here. And look at his opponent, Henry.
Well, his opponent is a well-known David Santos, who comes here with a great deal of experience, championship experience. He's from St. Petersburg, Florida. Arturo Estrada is from Tampico, Mexico. And David Santos comes here with a record a mile long.
And big credentials too, Henry. The former USBA featherweight champion, the IBA Continental featherweight champion. He's world rated. He's been mentioned as being on the hot list to face the Prince. So he needs a win here, though, Henry.
Currently ranked in the top 10.
Well, he needs a win, and every fight
ladies
leading to, this is a very important fight for David Santos, because if he is in line for the Prince Hassim,
in the red corner,
he has to be very impressive. He has to be in shape. He has to be spectacular, and there's a lot on the line for him tonight.
Right, impressive is the key word there, Henry. Let's go up to the ring announcer now, Tomas Sanchez.
At 126.5 with a 30-2 record with 19 knockouts out of St. Petersburg, Florida, David Santos!
Now David Santos
In the
looks in
blue
shape.
corner with a 21-22-1 record with 10 knockouts. Weighing in at 125 4 from Tampico, Mexico, Arturo Estrada.
Well, Estrada has his hands full. But David Santos, the last time we saw him, he had his hands full. And that night, he was not very impressive. He has to look different on this evening.
And of course, Henry, that was for that NABF title. Lewis Wood was just a little bit too much for David that night. Let's see, he's gone back to the gym, gone back to the drawing board. He has the world-class talent. Let's see what he brings to us tonight.
Well, he was reluctant to throw a lot of punches that night, powerful punches. There was some word that he had some hand injuries that were not completely healed.
And we'll see if that holds true tonight. I haven't heard anything about that around in the boxing grapevine, but he's here, and I know his trainer, Jim McLaughlin, will not put him in if he doesn't feel he's 100%.
Well, if he is going to be in line for a fight with the Prince Nassim Ahmed, then his hands are going to have to move quicker here tonight and make a lot more contact.
And Arturo Estrada is a guy who, as the rounds progress, he'll eventually slow down and he'll be there in front of you. I've had the pleasure of working as a judge for 2 of Arturo Estrada's fights, the one against Johnny Tapia and his fight in the pit against the late Polo Salcedo, and that was also a terrific fight.
Now, Santos probably the heavy favorite here tonight if you look at their records, but in this great game, you never know. A punch can come out of nowhere, as that one did, but did not land, and the night is over. Big right-hand, left-hand combination, impressive looking combination by Santos early in this fight.
And Henry, in that fight with Polo Salcedo, Arturo Estrada was also a big underdog, but before that fight ended on a low blow and a disqualification, I actually had Estrada close in that fight. I think, I don't know if I had him ahead or behind by a point, so Polo Salcedo, who is considered world-class also, that goes to show you that Estrada he's a top-notch journeyman. He's not just an opponent, but he is a good journeyman, veteran fighter.
Now he takes a left hand on the gloves, and he's got good foot movement right now, staying away from some right hands and left hands by Santos, but Santos grazed the forehead of Arturo. Here's Arturo trying to mix it up at center ring.
But Henry, you'll notice a big change in style from David's last opponent, Lewis Wood, the NABF champion, who was so aggressive and so coming forward and so strong. You'll see that Arturo Estrada has more of that circling around the edge of the ring, letting David Santos take the role of the stalker.
Good straight right-hand combination by Santos. He looks sharp here tonight, but Arturo is very game. He'll take it and he'll dish it out a little bit of his own at center ring.
And one nice thing I've seen just now, Henry, is David Santos going to the body. There it is again. Nice right hand to the body. Keep that up, David. You'll win this fight.
Santos with very crisp punches here tonight. A far cry from the punches we saw him throw not long ago. Body shot makes a little contact. Arturo more of a counter puncher here tonight. And there's a big right hand from Santos. Estrada had to feel that.
And Henry, Johnny Tapia got Arturo Estrada out of there in 2 rounds, and that was at 115 pounds. So David Santos at 126, much bigger, should be strong enough to get him out of here if he could just stick to his game plan.
Ooh, big right hand and a left hand combination that rocks Estrada. And Estrada stands up after all of that. Wow. Well, Santos makes a statement. What else can he do? We'll come back and find out. Rising Stars Boxing right here.
They bumped heads and it's Santos. He asked his trainer's opinion.
Henry P's going to be innocently on the road.
It's like fishing, Henry. You got your limit.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico. No, there are no tables. There's no gambling
No.
this time. None of that wrong, Las Vegas. This is northeastern New Mexico, a beautiful city where we have championship boxing here tonight.
This is the place to be tonight, Henry. Got a live crowd. Look at the stands just packed here. They love boxing here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. They really do.
Now David Santos ended the first round with a flurry, and now he continues to pursue and chase Arturo Estrada.
And you know, Henry, this is not David Santos' first time here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. He fought Kiki Valenzuela here in a 10-rounder and won an impressive fight.
Well, the big left hand and right hand combinations, Arturo wants some of his own, and then he takes one right in the nose. At that pace and with that sort of contact success by Santos, this will not last very long.
This looks like the old David Santos.
And Arturo tries to counterpunch, and once he does, and he'll take a straight right hand every time from Santos. But here comes Estrada again. Hard to figure out what Estrada's strategy is. He's a counterpuncher, and then he becomes the aggressor.
Yeah, he does. He changes up his styles. I've seen him in all kinds of different styles and different fights, and I guess he goes by the way his opponent fights.
Well, he's thrown a few shots here tonight that obviously Santos has to be aware of. Very deceiving power in Estrada. And taking a hard right hand to the ribcage, Santos does.
Yeah, nice body work by Arturo Estrada. Beautiful body work there. He's showing that he's well schooled, that he's been in there.
Now they have both come to fight here tonight. Good combinations by Santos.
And David Santos, both of these guys actually, Henry, should have no trouble going the 8 rounds as it is scheduled here. Santos has fought 12-round title fights, and Arturo Estrada's gone distance fights, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Good straight left-hand jab, a double left-hand jab, and misses with the left hand, and comes and makes contact with the right. Santos is all over Estrada. Oh, left hand that rocks him back to the ropes. Well, David will take some shots, and there's a big one. He'll give it to Estrada hard.
Two guys not known for big knockout power, but Henry, they're throwing some heavy leather in there.
Santos moving very confidently around this ring. Everything he has is working here tonight. But he has to be aware of some deceiving power held in those gloves by Arturo Estrada. And round 2 comes to a close. How far will it go? What will we see? Rising Stars Boxing? You never know. That's why you better stick around.
I think I got the best part. You guys could get me in trouble, man. I got a feeling I'm going to be in trouble. I better be quiet. Dan Zier does this to me at work all the time. Gets me in trouble.
We rolling. Round 3. David Santos looking sharp here tonight. A lot on the line for him if he has a possible fight for the Prince Nassim Hamed. And tonight he is looking impressive.
If nothing else, Henry, he's looking sharp tonight. And Arturo Estrada is bringing out the best in him, giving him some good work. But it's more than that. He's got his hands full here.
Uppercut nearly hit. If that hits, the lights are out. I like the courage by Arturo Estrada. And Arturo comes here not to be anybody that's going to lay down easy. He's coming here to fight and get a win.
Right, Henry. He's always that way. And then David Santos is a guy with a great record. I mean, gosh, he's 30-2 with 19 KOs. He's been on the fringe, just poised for a big-time title shot, world title shot, and he just hasn't been able to get over that hump, and this is what he needs.
Well, Arturo Estrada, every time he comes in there, he gets his hands down and makes himself very vulnerable. As you saw, he took a big shot to the head. Now the uppercut from Santos. Oh, Arturo trying to make the counterpunch with a big rocket, but he takes a couple right to the head.
Cut over the left eye of Arturo Estrada.
And now Santos can sense the vulnerability of Arturo Estrada now, and he is looking for the big hand to put this fight into the history books.
Something about the sight of that bright red crimson blood, Henry, it just brings out the aggression in a boxer.
Well, Estrada was rocked, and right now he looks a little shaky. And the eye definitely bleeding, as you can see.
It's definitely bothering Arturo Estrada too, Henry. He keeps kind of touching it with his glove. You can see it. He's thinking about it. That's not good.
Estrada continues to dance away. Still thinking that he might have that one surprise punch. Santos way ahead on points, and Estrada obviously knows that. He's been there before, and I guess that's why we watch this game. You never know when something exciting could take place by the underdog.
Henry, this is a premier matchup really for an undercard fight. I mean, this is a main event quality matchup right here. Arturo Estrada is that good.
Well, he's 21-22, 10 knockouts. And of course, David Santos, a very impressive 32 record, 19 knockouts. Now there's the Estrada that we talked about.
Yeah. He can change, Henry. He's a chameleon in the ring. He can all of a sudden jump right at you and surprise you.
He has a cut left eye, so a lot of things working against him. But if this fight gets into the waning moments and he's strong enough, this will be very exciting. Santos misses with 2 left hands, and there's a big right hand that makes contact.
Yeah. Look at Santos going to that stalking mode.
The energized David Santos looking sharp. We will go another round. Stay there. Rising Stars boxing continues. Doing a lot of white shirts.
Get any on you there, Jim? I used to keep some napkins in my bag and wipe the blood away. There you go.
What was the guy's name that Santos fought last time?
Lewis Wood. He is the NABF champion now. That was for the title.
We go to round 4, and David Santos certainly very much in control of this fight. But there is a surprise in Estrada that lives. Can it come out?
Well, so far he's not doing a bad job, Henry. I also have Santos ahead 3 rounds to none, but Estrada's having his moments. He's making Santos work hard, and it's 100 degrees outside here in Las Vegas right now, Henry.
David Santos showing the power punches that we were looking for the last time he fought, and he certainly has them. And he looks like he is totally healed from the hand injuries.
Yeah, I like the way he's bringing the power. When he fires, he's throwing some hard shots, Henry. You can hear the sound of those punches.
And right now he's taking a cue from Arturo Estrada. And I see that exchange, and I wonder if fatigue is setting into David Santos.
I think he's saving up. I think he's saving up. He's going to pull the trigger in a minute here.
Well, he wants a little action. He's begging for it, and he counters with a left hand.
Ooh. There, nice left counter shot. Oh!
Left hand, right hand combination. Santos is all over Estrada.
Santos is throwing some nice combination punching, Henry, mixing his shots well down to the body, up to the head. I like the way Santos looks tonight.
Santos in blue, Estrada in black. Mar Gymnasium in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
And Henry, can you see the difference in the expression on Santos' face from his last fight? Oh, nice left hand.
He was very reluctant in his last fight. Tonight, he is the total opposite.
He just looks so in command right now.
Well, he is blessed with boxing skills. How far those skills can take him, still a question mark.
Oh, yeah.
There's the right hand of the fight. But Estrada stays on his feet, but he is noticeably shaken by the big right hand.
Boy, Santos is really wearing down Estrada right here, Henry. This fourth round won't be a good one to remember for Arturo Estrada.
Well, Estrada can take every punch that Santos gives out. He remains on his feet.
He really can. He's been there before many times, Henry. And back in Mexico, you know how they fight. They go toe-to-toe. They don't play around.
Well, he's coming up, and he wants to mix it up with David Santos here tonight. Blood continues to pour from his left eye, but it's irrelevant. He wants some action, and he'll get it in return from Santos.
Nice move right there by David Santos. He slipped out. He spun on the balls of his feet, and Estrada didn't know where he was.
Santos senses vulnerability here, and he is holding on. Estrada holding on from falling forward here. Now Estrada now looks a little weary.
Boy, Santos is serving up the punishment, and Estrada is ready to eat.
And it's almost like Santos is looking for a little workout here tonight.
Yeah, he feels so in control, but he better be careful and get this man out if he can. I always say that. I really believe that.
Left hand makes contact, and we will go to round 5. David Santos with a lot on the line tonight. What else can take place? We'll be here to tell you all about it after this.
Round 5 is sponsored by Toastmasters.
Remember, guys, the is mine. Oh, that's right. Henry's being quiet. He's wise.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico. Round 5. Many people here didn't think it would go that far.
I thought it might go that far, though, Henry, because Estrada is, like I said, a good, tough journeyman fighter. Look at him work.
Well, he is working, and he is scoring points here. And Santos looking for an opening, and it's not there because he is being pounded on right now. He is covering up very effectively, and that little peekaboo and having fun with the camera. But he's taking some punishment at the same time.
Look for him. There's that same move.
Away and score with the left hand.
I love that move when he spins out and just fires with that right hand.
And a warning from the referee to keep the punches up.
He's turning back into Diamond, David Santos, with that flashiness now. He feels in full control here, Henry.
Referee Juan Nunez working very, very effectively here. An outstanding referee.
Yes, he is, Henry. Juan Nunez is a terrific referee. I think the world of him. The man is very involved in boxing. Look at David Santos making faces at the crowd, Henry.
Well, he's got that entertainment side of him as well. He dresses flamboyant, he boxes flamboyant, he's got the personality to go with it all.
Could he be thinking about Prince Nassim Hamed while he's doing that?
Well, speaking about personality, he will meet his match that night in that category.
At least in the personality category. Maybe in the boxing, too. That Prince is something else, Henry.
Now David Santos Now has to really concentrate, keep that focus in mind, because this fight is 5 rounds deep, and he takes a left hand, grazes his nose. Arturo Estrada trying desperately to put some kind of combination together that'll bring him back into this fight, and he dodges a bullet there.
Estrada's landing every now and then, Henry, but he just doesn't seem to have any big power behind those shots enough to keep Santos away. And you can see David Santos is all over
Good
him.
exchange there as Estrada walks right into a right hand. And that had to shake him up a little bit. And Santos misses with 2 shots there. And now Santos bleeding from the nose.
Henry, I don't know if the matchmaker planned it this way, but this fight is turning out to be a tremendous confidence builder. Just what David Santos needs to get back into that world-class mentality.
Well, there was an exchange of 2 right hands there. Estrada got one of his own.
Blood coming from the mouth now of David Santos.
Well, the crowd here in Las Vegas certainly enjoying this fight. Santos trying every possibility here tonight. Everything in his arsenal is being used. Experimentation, maybe so, but all of it very impressive.
Las Vegas, New Mexico, Henry, is the land of boxing. They have a tremendous amateur boxing program here. Some of the better fighters. They have a good amateur coming up here, Sean Gallegos, a guy to keep your eye on. But they love their boxing here.
Santos misses with a right and a left. Tries the combination. And not scoring as effectively was early on. Arturo has come to fight. And we will go another round. Santos and Estrada turning on the house in Las Vegas. We'll see more after this.
I need those fighters ready to go after
Round 6, sponsored by the Box Vegas.
Too bad, though, we're not getting the big crowd over here. There's no amplification that way. That's what the crowd cares.
Right there. David Santos. I would love to fight him. I'd love to fight him.
You're not weighing by 100 pounds.
Now David Santos looking for all the help he can get here. He has looked sharp, he has looked confident, but he knows quite well the word respect for his opponent.
And even though, Henry, I have it 5 rounds to none for David Santos, unofficially, of course, here on my scorecard. But Estrada has put up enough of resistance to make it entertaining, to bring out the best of David Santos also. And to stay in the fight and have a chance to pull this thing out. I think Estrada really would like to get a win here.
Now Estrada's cut man has done a very nice job of closing it up in between rounds.
And he's got Beto Montoya and Bob Matthews working his corner, 2 of the local boxing guys, but they've done a good job.
Here's Estrada trying to score some punches here. And it looks like Santos is just waiting to turn and dance away again, but he takes some punishment through that entire process of sacrifice. Santos covering up very effectively and then scores with the left hand.
Yeah, you see Santos is content to just put the hands up and stand there and take the punishment. And when he feels a little bit of a change in the strength of Estrada, you'll see Santos either spin or just come straight out at him.
You can see the experience of Estrada as we get deeper into this fight. He has been in this situation many, many times.
One of the better schooled journeymen. He just doesn't have the power and the flashy hand speed or the big tools that a boxer needs, but he's well schooled.
Well, he's in that ring and he has done damage before, 10 knockouts to his credit, so he's experienced victory in that regard. And that's what he's hoping for now, because he's got to be way behind in points at this stage.
And referee...
Look at Santos drill him now with the left hand, right hand.
Referee Juan Nunez doing a good job of staying out of the way of the action, too. You can see Juan Nunez is light on his feet. He moves around the ring good. He's a good up-and-coming referee.
Outstanding production work by New West Productions. They are first class. And now a low blow, and now a warning from Juan Nunez to bring the punch up.
Yeah, beautiful production by New West. Look at that.
Absolute.
You talk about world-class quality.
New West is world class. And the Rising Stars format created by Lenny Frescas is the talk of the country. Many people literally trying to mimic his his format throughout the country, giving youngsters a chance to come into the limelight in front of big crowds like this.
How about Lenny Fresquez bringing fights to Santa Fe, Las Vegas, I mean, all around the state. Won't be long till he'll be branching out national.
He's a pioneer in this great sport of boxing. Here's Santos, a pioneer of his own with the right hand, and backs up Estrada. Estrada felt that. He didn't want any more. Now he's going to take a big combination on the ropes. Santos throwing the big bombs now and has Estrada in big trouble. Look out. Here is Santos at his best. And Estrada, very weary. The sound of the bell will save him from falling. Wow, the crowd enjoying it in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We'll see more of it when we come back.
Property yet?
No, not yet.
Round 7 is sponsored by Max Steak in the Raw. Max Steak in the Raw.
It's over.
Good night.
Was he putting that bandit down?
He did, but then he found.
It's all over, Henry.
Tell us when to go, Ray.
I would go ahead.
No, he's not even ready.
But you should say, well, while you're away, see what happened.
No, because it'll be too long of a break
up there.
between the ring announcer giving the final deal.
Kenny Duran to the
Watch
Kenny
the
Duran
ready.
to the dressing room.
It's like way too unnecessary amount
Okay.
of time.
I hear you. I know what you're saying.
All right, welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico. And while we were away, the referee has said it is over. And the corner of Arturo Estrada says, we want no more. It is over. And Santos, very impressive in that barrage, will score the TKO over Arturo Estrada.
Yeah, he was just taking him down one brick at a time, Henry, and that big barrage at the end of round 6, that just sealed the fate for Arturo Estrada. I give him credit. He put up a good fight. He was outmatched, outskilled. But David Santos looked good tonight, Henry. We saw a little of the old diamond David Santos tonight.
Well, David Santos shaking the hand of referee Juan Nunez. And here is your ring announcer,
At
Tomas
the end of
Sanchez.
round 7, the winner by TKO, David Santos.
David Santos has planted a seed of popularity in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, New Mexico. And they really enjoyed watching him display those exciting talents.
Well, it looks like he's
Kenny
back.
Duran, would you please report to the dressing room? Kenny Duran, report
One
to
thing
the
for sure,
boys' side
he is
dressing room.
suffering no more hand injuries. He displayed a lot of power here tonight. And the courageous Arturo Estrada bounds to the crowd. In Las Vegas, we will continue with Rising Stars Boxing. What a great show. What a great